told you guys, Islam Makhachev is the best fighter, not in lightweight. He's a pound-for-pound #1 fighter right now.
Strength in that wrestling background that just scares the hell out of guys. They don't want to face him.
That's the boogeyman that they're avoiding. He's so damn talented.
Hey guys, you can run, but you can hide.
Islam Makhachev submits Charles Oliveira to win the title!
Islam Makhachev has solidified his claims of being the #1 pound-for-pound king with 24 wins and only 1 loss. But the road to the top wasn't always easy for him. He's been a close friend of Khabib Nurmagomedov for what seems to be a lifetime, and Khabib and his family have claimed that Islam would stand where he is right now for years prior to his victory.
И время показало, что он на самом деле хочет стать не просто там рядовым чемпионом, он хочет выделиться среди них.
From the early years in Dagestan to the champion and pound-for-pound king, Islam's journey has been one to remember. Yet his claim to being #1 has been a controversy of late.
By UFC rules, Islam won that fight.
It depends on the second round. The second round, I gave a slight edge to Volkanovski in the second round.
Welcome to Hype Sport. In this video, we'll take a look at what it took for Islam Makhachev to reach his throne. Islam Makhachev was born in Makhachev, and he grew up in the quiet village of Bershi. It was there that he trained and competed in the sport of combat, Sambo. Islam has opened up about how becoming champion wasn't always his dream, but in fact, he only wanted to represent his homeland. Islam stated, "Our republic remains the forge of champions. It's a great motivation. I was born in Dagestan, Makhachev, but all my life, I live in this village." Islam was considered to be one of the weaker kids in the village since he moved there from the city, and he wound up getting into many fights at a young age.
Ну, всегда тут в чем отличие здесь, вот именно это, наверное, в горах. Вот ты подрался с кем-то, ты с ним на следующем все, мы уже самые близкие друзья.
While Islam grew up in a rural area, he made sure to use that as an advantage for fighting, and it ended up making him stronger. Islam has attributed his strength to the work that he put in during his childhood in the mountains, and he would carry rocks up and down the mountains.
Такие тяжелые условия создают настоящих мужчин.
As for Islam's friendship with Khabib, it started while they were children when they both joined the American Kickboxing Academy at the same time. While they are 3 years apart, they lived next to each other and even attended the same school while growing up. Most of Islam's knowledge comes from Khabib's father, who always knew he was going to reach great heights in the fighting world. Islam knew that he wanted to stay in mixed martial arts after he won his first amateur competition in combat Sambo. He made his MMA debut in 2010 when he fought and won at the Sumatra Fighting Championship.
Как он начинал, у него были мечты, дождемся, когда он станет чемпионом.
While he fought and won 5 more times in 2011, he made his M1 debut against Tengiz Hushua on February 12, 2011, and he managed to win by knockout in the first round.
На 30-й секунді переміг у цьому двобої Islam Makhachev.
For his second fight in the promotion, he fought Mansour Bararui on April 9, 2013 at M1 Challenge 38, and he managed to come away with a unanimous decision win. He then moved on to fight undefeated Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt Rander Juno on August 21, 2013 at M1 Challenge 41, and he came away with yet another unanimous decision win. His first win by submission came during his next fight against M1 Global Yuri Ivlev on June 7, 2014 at M1 Challenge 49, where he came away with a win by armbar. His final fight with M1 Global came on September 7, 2014, when he won by submission against Ivica Satrushek in the 3rd round. After earning this final win with M1 Global, Islam signed on for a 4-fight contract with the UFC, and he exploded into the league immediately. Islam Makhachev debuted in the UFC on May 23, 2015 at UFC 187, where he beat Leo Kuntz via submission.
It is all over! Beautiful job by Makhachev. Great UFC debut for the Russian.
But his second fight in the UFC didn't go as planned. In fact, his second fight in the UFC is his only loss to date. On October 3, 2015, Islam lost by first-round knockout when he met Adriano Martins in the octagon.
I mean, he got cracked. There you see his legs give out, his head falls back.
For this fight, I think nobody can stop me. It's very dangerous because small gloves, every punch is gonna be dangerous. That's why I'm changing a lot after this fight. But this is lucky punch 100%.
While Adriano was Islam's only professional loss, his greatest challenge would come when he fought Arman Tsarukyan on April 20th, 2019. Islam managed to win and earn Fight of the Night award for his technical performance. But Arman has been labeled as the man who might be able to beat Islam ever since then.
That's all you. What a fight. I'm not stealing that one. What a fight.
That was a great fight. Really evenly matched.
I wanna say one thing. Hey, DC, tell this guy I deserve for top 15. Or I wanna fight with Brock Lesnar.
Islam would continue to dominate the division until he got his chance against Charles Oliveira.
Nine-fight win streak. I'm ready for title fight. Please, anyone, doesn't matter.
His name is plastered across the UFC record books. You'll likely know the credentials by now. Most submissions and finishes in UFC history.
Yeah. His ground game is so elite. So he's got the most submissions in the history of the sport. Because I watched the way he finishes submissions, the way he syncs things up. I mean, it is top of the food chain stuff.
The champion has a name, and it's Charles Oliveira from the Bronx. And Islam should be next in line for the title. It's been a long time coming for Makhachev. Everyone's been saying that he is the uncrowned champion. That's the boogeyman that they're avoiding. He's so damn talented.
Before the fight, Charles's coach spoke about how nothing Islam or Khabib said would affect the mindset of Charles. Coach Lima stated, Makhachev has fought tough guys, but never a top 5. Maybe he got to the belt because Khabib talks a lot. If it wasn't for Khabib, maybe it would have been Dariush versus Oliveira. Islam proved to be more of an opponent than they had originally intended, and he came away with the belt and satisfaction as he fulfilled the prophecy that Khabib's father had laid out for him.
There's the tap! Islam Makhachev submits Charles Oliveira to win the title!
During his post-fight interview, Islam made sure to give his respects to not only Khabib, but his father as well, for setting him on the path to victory from such a young age.
And I just want to say, you see, this my belt for my coach, Khabib Nurmagomedov. Many years ago, he told me, just training hard and you're gonna be champion. And I want to give this belt. Him and his father make me, I know.
His next challenge would prove to be even more monumental and difficult than becoming champion, as he would have to take on Alex Volkanovski to become the #1 pound-for-pound fighter.
It's a super fight of the ages. Because to be great, you've got to get through the great.
It seemed as though nothing would stop Volk, even though he came in as the shorter fighter. But Islam knew that this was a fight that he could come away with the win. This would also prove to be another first for Islam, as this is the first time Khabib wouldn't be in his corner. Islam handled the decision very well, considering this would be the biggest fight of his life. Islam stated, I understand him because he was retired, but he traveled a lot with the whole team. And when somebody has a fight, he goes to the training camp, went to the other things. And when you retire, you want to spend time with your family. For example, 2022, he spent just 2 months at home with his family, but all the other time he traveled a lot. It was clear that Islam had a new goal of his own, and this was his chance to accomplish it out of the shadow of Khabib. After a vigorous training camp, Islam went on to face Volkanovski, and he wound up coming away with the win. While the win seemed to be a matter of controversy among fans, the judges stood by their ruling, and Islam was declared the winner.
But I gave myself a chance and I was expecting to win. I knew he was really good. But again, nothing wrong with challenging yourselves. You challenge yourself like this, it only makes you stronger. The reason why I had to push myself is because I knew how good their team was, I knew how good Islam was.
In a strange turn of events, Islam wasn't given the #1 pound-for-pound ranking spot though. Many fans thought he would want to rematch Volk for the chance to take #1 for sure, but he believes that he's proven enough in that chapter of his career. But in the end, Islam is still one of the greatest fighters of his time. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more hype stories on fighters, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.
Cries of Islam are ringing around.
Сейчас Ислам является одним из лучших бойцов мира среди всех бойцов. Участвовать в Исламе в такое время. Я думаю, что это все оправдается скоро еще.